Welcome back to video 2 in the iMovie tutorial video series. We're going to talk about how to pull media in and how to arrange it and look at it in different ways so that it makes sense. So here I am, selected on My Movie, and there's a couple ways to import media. I can click on this little down arrow right here, or if I want, I can just click on this import media button. Now once I pull video or media in, this button is no longer going to be here. So if I want to import after my first import, I would then click on the button up here. Okay, so I'm just going to go to import media. And the import screen takes me to the different locations that I have on my computer, whether it's my computer's hard drive, an external hard drive, a memory card. If I were to have a memory card plugged in, it would show up over here. But this is just a way to locate video once it is stored or saved on my computer. So I'm in my MJT drive, which is an external hard drive, and I have a few pieces of media here that I'm going to pull in, and I'm going to take Chicago 1 and Chicago 2. These are the two pieces of media that I want to import. Okay, so if I want to check a piece of video to see if it's the right one, I can just click on it and I can hit the play button right here. And that's just an easy way for me to look at the video before I import it. Okay, so I am going to command click to select both of these videos. Okay, so I have one selected. I hold the command key on my keyboard, which is right next to the space bar, and I click to highlight both of them. Okay, then I want to double check where I am importing my media to. Okay, so when you import media, make sure you know where it's going in iMovie so that you can locate that media and edit it. Okay, so this is going into my project media section. All right, and down here I see the import selected button, and I'm going to click that to pull that video in. Okay, so again, in my project media section, I have these two images, but these aren't images, these are actually videos. And if I want to look at these videos in my viewer, I'm just going to hold my cursor over top and I'm going to move it left and right. Okay, this process of just hovering and moving my cursor and not clicking anything, this is called scrubbing. Okay, and scrubbing is just a really quick way for you to look at your videos. Okay, now I have two videos in my media bin. If I want to change what these videos look like, let's say I want to get a more detailed look at these videos, I would come right over here and click on this gear. That gear will allow me to change the clip size, it'll allow me to zoom in and out, and it'll allow me to show waveforms. Let's start with the waveforms. When I click on those, you see that any sound that's included in my video shows up in this blue bar at the bottom. Alright, clip size allows me to shrink my clips or to make them bigger. Notice that it didn't really make them any longer, it just made it bigger and easier to see. Okay, if I were to zoom on my clips, I'm going to turn the clip size down a little bit. To zoom in, I can look at the entire clip. I can look at it in 30-minute segments, 10-minute, 5-minute, 2-minute, 1 minute, and if I keep going down, I get into the seconds, 30-second segments, 10-second, and 5 seconds. You see they change. Okay, see, because this clip right here is 12 seconds and 3 frames. This clip right here is 17 seconds and 7 frames. So if I even move it down farther, all right, and I'm going to click out of here. All right, notice that it's now broken down into these little boxes. You see the line. It might be kind of difficult to see, but basically each of these boxes is a 2-second clip. All right, so let's change it to 5. All right, each of these boxes is now roughly 5 seconds of film. Okay, so this is just a way to zoom in. I can take this all the way down to a 1/2 second. So if I want to get really precise, I can do that. But again, it's all depends on what kind of editing you're trying to do. Okay, so that's how I changed the view. The one last thing I want to talk about is naming my movie, because I don't want to call it my movie. Every time a new project is created, it's automatically called my movie. So I want to name this. These clips are actually from my trip to Chicago. So I am going to back out of here by clicking on the projects button, and it's going to give me the option to name it. I'm just going to call this Chicago. Okay, so there's my Chicago trip. And to go back in, I just double click and there it is. Okay. Stay tuned for the next video, which is how to begin editing this project.